What's going on, everybody? Sean here from 3 Speed Gaming with, yeah, you guessed it, a late video for Let's Talk Raw, but better late than never, so don't give me too much shit about this. I'm in the process of moving. I'm almost fully moved, just about. I'm making this video for my new place, and I didn't have internet for a few days, so that's why this video is coming out on a Friday night around midnight. So, anywho, we shall talk about Raw, and because today is Friday, Monday's show is a bit fuzzy to me, so I'm just gonna nitpick the key moments that I want to talk about. That being Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, Sami Zayn versus John Cena, and the now fatal 4-way match that is happening at Payback. And if anything else pops in my head as I go along with this video, I'll be sure to talk about it, but those are the key points I want to hit in this video. And as you see in this video on WWE 2K15, I have the match between Sami Zayn and John Cena for the United States Championship. I'm playing in this video as Sami Zayn. Oh, excuse me. Jeez, I burp every video, it seems like. Oh, sorry. That is totally my bad. I'm sorry. Okay. So I played as Sami Zayn because I was just gonna have Cena beat me, and I feel like if I've played as Cena plenty of times. I really haven't played much of 2K15 as Sami Zayn, so I was kind of curious what his moveset would be. And keep an eye on the end of this video. Cena really turned into a bit of a heel the way he finished off Sami Zayn. So keep an eye on the video. Listen to my soothing voice as you watch it, and 2 minutes later into this video, we shall start talking about Raw. So, first off, I want to talk about the match that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had, which was incredible. I feel like it was definitely the match of the night. Sami Zayn versus John Cena came second, but the chemistry between Ambrose and Rollins is great. It's been great since they were in the Shield, probably even since they were in FCW, NXT. They've just clicked, like they've just had that it factor between the two, and they really tore down the house. And I feel like the match they had this past Monday on Raw should have been the match they had at Hell in a Cell last year to close out their feud, but of course Bray Wyatt and his fucking hologram demon child, or whatever the fuck that was, had to ruin it. And yeah, so I think that the match they had on Monday really felt like closure. It felt like they could put an end to that feud that they had, for so after the Shield broke up last year. I feel like that was, the match that, again, they should have had at Hell in a Cell. But this past Monday, it was perfect. I loved it. It was great. Match of the night, match of the year candidate possibly, because they tore the place down. The Montreal crowd loved it. Speaking of the Montreal crowd, they were hot. They were a hot crowd. There was, it almost felt like the Raw after Mania. They're really getting into it. They weren't really too big assholes as the Raw after Mania crowd, but a couple of chants were questionable, but for the most part they seemed to be soaking up the night and enjoying themselves, which is great. Those hot crowds make a show, and as long as they're not in Corpus Christi, because the Corpus Christi Texas crowd is just dead. Like, I feel like, I don't know what they're doing. Are they on their phone all night? Like, do they not know who's wrestling? Are they TNA fans? I don't know. But the Corpus Christi crowd is really bad. So Montreal, even though I'm from Boston, Bruins fan, Bruins Habs rivalry. I don't really like Montreal myself, but that crowd Monday night, my hat's off to you guys. You did your job. Anyways, the match I want to get into next is the one you are watching right now, as I'm kicking John Cena's intestines out as Sami Zayn. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, John Cena busts out a neck breaker. What do you ever see that happen? I'm just kidding. I'm a Cena fan. Don't hate. I'm a Cena fan, but come on now, let's be real. But that match was great. I was so stoked when Bret Hart came out and announced Sami Zayn as the person to accept the open challenge. I honestly thought it was Bret Hart. I was kind of bummed out. It's great to see Bret. He's a legend, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, of course. So I was a little bummed out because I'm like, oh, it's Bret Hart, and obviously if he fights John Cena, then John Cena's going to retain. But he came out and he's like, I got a special guest for you. I got a special someone that's going to accept your open challenge from Montreal, from NXT, and it just clicked. And I'm like, holy shit, it's Sami Zayn. He came down. Does anyone know what happened to his shoulder? I know he went in from MRI, and he's so good at selling injuries that I'm almost starting to think it's kayfabe, but I saw an image of his shoulder, and it looked like it was just ripped. Like, you could see the rip in his skin, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything new about him. I don't know if it's legit or if he's, you know, kayfabe or he's going to be out a while. Like, I have no idea what's going on, but I did see that injury when he was trying to hype up the crowd at the start of the match. But, I mean, deservedly still. You're in your hometown. It's Monday Night Raw. All that adrenaline, and you just get so pumped, and I don't blame you, man. Like, you're in your hometown fighting John Cena, not to mention, for the United States Championship. So, you know, I don't blame him. I don't blame the guy for, you know, getting a little overly excited and possibly injuring himself again. I'm not sure if it's kayfabe or not, but that match was incredible. I can't believe they trusted Sami Zayn to do the turnbuckle DDT that he does, where he flies through the turnbuckle and hits the DDT. He does that so good, and you know, you look at the turnbuckles and there's not much, you know, there's not much space there to get through, and somehow Sami Zayn, you know, fits through there, and it's just incredible. And you know, he busted out the Koji clutch. He's did the Blue Thunder Bomb, I believe, and he kicked out of an AA. A guy in NXT, Sami Zayn, kicking out of the AA. That moment there was just like, wow. I couldn't believe that, and I mean, I really hope Vince and whoever else backstage that has pull, you know, really liked Sami Zayn's performance and like his character, because he's due to be on the main roster. He's been down in NXT for, I believe, over 2 years, so I really hope Sami was able to impress the boss, and maybe he'll get himself a spot on the main roster soon, because he absolutely deserves it, and I can't wait to see him on Raw every Monday night. I mean, it's great seeing Neville. I know I mention him every week. Get over it. Get used to it. But Neville is incredible, and he's been nothing but incredible since he's been on the main roster. So, you know, those guys in NXT, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Tyler Breeze, all those guys are just so close to making it to the main roster, and when they do, they're going to be incredible. So, up next, this video is almost over. You'll see what I'm talking about. I mentioned earlier that John Cena had kind of finished this match off in an assholey form. He doesn't hit his traditional AA. He really, I don't know, he's kind of borderline heel move right there. You'll see in a minute. But let's talk about the Fatal 4-Way match that's happening at Payback. Going back to the Seth Rollins Dean Ambrose match, I honestly didn't think Ambrose was going to win that, but now that he did, it's crazy to think that it's basically going to be the Shield versus Randy Orton at Payback, although I wish it was. I know. See, that's what, look at Cena. Did you see that? Cena DDT'd me on the apron and busted me open. What a dick. And then I think he hits me with another DDT here. It's like, damn, Cena. Like, you really want that U.S. title back? You can take it, man. Shit. Well, the video's about to wrap, but, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Fatal 4-Way. I wish, you know, I'm still, you know, the person that wishes the Shield never broke up, but it's crazy to think the former members of the Shield, the entire Shield, Ambrose, Rollins, Reigns, in the same match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, plus Randy Orton. Like, that's crazy, and I'm super excited for that match, and I hope it's going to be great, especially, you know, like I said, the chemistry between Ambrose and Rollins, and then Reigns, you know, he's good. I like the guy. I respect him. So it's going to be a great match. That's all the time I have for now. Sorry for the late video, but I will be back on Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully, with another episode of Let's Talk Raw. In the meantime, enjoy SmackDown, I guess. But I'll be back. Goodbye.
Still the United States Champion, John Cena!
There should be no doubt in anyone's mind that he is the true and deserving